Why do so many African leaders meet such tragic ends? This question has haunted historians, political analysts, and the general public for decades. The tragic fate of these leaders is not just a series of isolated incidents, but a pattern that reveals deeper, more sinister forces at play. The answer lies deep in history, politics, and power struggles. These elements intertwine to create a complex web of intrigue, betrayal, and violence that has claimed the lives of many promising leaders. Take Patrice Lumumba, the first Prime Minister of Congo. Lumumba was a charismatic leader who had a vision for a united and independent Congo, free from colonial rule. His assassination in 1961 wasn't just a local affair, it was a calculated move orchestrated by both local and international actors who saw his vision as a threat to their interests. Western powers, Cold War politics, and racial biases all played a role in his untimely death. The geopolitical climate of the time was fraught with tension, and Lumumba's stance against colonialism and imperialism made him a target. Stuart A. Reid's book, The Lumumba Plot, reveals the chilling details. It uncovers the covert operations, the secret meetings, and the ruthless decisions that led to Lumumba's demise. Lumumba's story is a stark reminder of how powerful nations can disrupt emerging democracies. His assassination sent shockwaves through the African continent, serving as a grim warning to other leaders who dared to challenge the status quo. The West's interference left lasting scars on Congo, fueling suspicion and a sense of victimhood among its people. The legacy of Lumumba's assassination is still felt today, as Congo continues to grapple with political instability and social unrest. Fast forward to modern times, and the pattern continues. The assassination of African leaders is not a relic of the past, but a present-day reality that continues to undermine the continent's progress. Recently, Chad's opposition leader Yaya Dillo was killed by security forces, sparking fears about the safety of political dissent. His death is a stark reminder that the struggle for political freedom and democracy in Africa is far from over. Human Rights Watch called for an independent investigation, but the threat to democracy remains all too real. The international community must take a stand against such acts of violence and ensure that justice is served. And it's not just an African issue. Political violence is a global phenomenon that threatens democracies everywhere. The assassination of political leaders can destabilize entire regions and create a ripple effect that impacts global stability. Remember the assassination attempt on former US President Donald Trump? This incident highlights how political violence can disrupt democracy anywhere, regardless of the country's political or economic status. It highlights how political violence can disrupt democracy anywhere. The threat is universal, and no nation is immune to the dangers posed by political assassinations and violence. The global community must rally against such acts. International cooperation and solidarity are essential in combating the forces that seek to undermine democratic institutions and processes. We need a culture of peace, dialogue, and respect for democratic values. By fostering an environment where political differences can be resolved through dialogue rather than violence, we can build stronger, more resilient democracies. Only then can we hope to protect our leaders and our democracies. The future of democracy depends on our collective efforts to promote peace, justice, and the rule of law.